Okay, hi there guys. In this tutorial we are continuing on our library management system. So last time we finished modifying student information. Right now we should work on removing the student. Okay, so let's go back to our project. So here what do we have? Let's go to the business components. Here we will find the student class, double click on that, and let's see, we have all these now. Update, no problem. This function is used to remove a student record from DB. Okay, so it's the same style, the same code. There is nothing interesting in here. Okay, so now I'm copying this. Well, what I should have done is create an interface for the business components and implement the interface, because well, what the interface does is it will give you the skeleton of the functions and you just need to fill them later on. That's all. Anyway, so update. Okay, so here we are locking the record. Okay, so this one, update. Let's open this guy just to get the name of the tables. So update students. Alright, so what's the column name? Go here. Okay, so this is student name. Actually, okay, yeah. Now I think about this, maybe this will create a problem. Anyway, I'll leave it as it is. Student name equal add 0. This is gonna be me dot alt student name. There we go. Okay. We have where values changed. No problem with that. And dimension okay. If any kind of change happens, we will cancel. Next, what we have here is students where student name equal add 0. There we go. What do we have here is what? Old student name. There we go. Okay, so we have this function, this SQL statement. This will lock the record for modification, and this will delete the record. Anyway, the problem is that we need to lock the record. Maybe it will be much better later on at the end to use another statement for locking the record, but I couldn't find an SQL for that. Usually there's select for update. Okay, I'll have to test that. Okay, so let me go here, go to the tester project, and I will do some modification here. This is a tester project over here. I will double click on this one, and let's go down. There we go. Okay, there we go. So tester 21, remove student info. So they have remove from DB. Okay, this is test 21 followed by test 21. Okay, so this is the test part. We will get here the test before we are creating this one. We are adding a new student. We are modifying the information and we are removing it later on. So I will run that. Hopefully all will be working fine. And wait a few seconds and go. Okay, come on, no failed test, please. And what about this? Come on, come on, come on. Okay, so all is working fine. I can't remember why it didn't work. Let me go back to this one. I will comment this for a second here. This is the important thing I want you guys to remember. There is a statement called it's like this: select star from students for update. Okay, this is for, not from, for update, where student ID equal something here. So old student ID, there we go. This should have the effect of locking the record, okay, and this is the one that you should use. Don't use this one. I think the reason I am using this technique is select for update is not supported for the database SDF that I'm using. So I'll put a breakpoint and I will run the tester project again and see if this works. If so, I'll have to modify all the what do you call them? I'll have to modify all the business components remove method. Okay, so we have this one and F10 and we get an error. And indeed, what do we have here? Token, okay, token line offset, token in error 4. Okay, so it doesn't recognize for update. And this is the reason why I use that. I totally forgot why. Anyway, so this is it. This is the reason why. Okay. Anyway, if you are using a SQL server, not SDF file, or if you are using Oracle database, Postgres, use select for update. Okay, so we finished this one. Let's go back. We finished removing this guy. Okay, so now what do we have? We have to work on displaying student data grid view. Again, we have something similar to this that we created. Let's go to shelf. Yep. I think I created a shared function. This one. Yep. Full. There we go. We have this guy. Copy. And let's go to our student class. This function is used to fill data grid view with student information. There we go. Okay, so what do we have to do? Select star from students. There we go. So what do we have to do next? We need to change the headers. So we have student ID. We'll change student ID. Okay. And what do we have to do also? Student name. This is the original column name. Student, I'm gonna say name. That's it. It's just a header. For the next one, wait a second. What do we have? We have student, student year. There we go. What also do we have? We have contact and email. contact email. There we go. So we finished these, and this is pretty much all we need here. I'm gonna save this. So we finished this one. We have to use this next one, which is display students in combo box. There we go. I can save this. Let's go to staff class. Staff. Okay. Which one? Which one? Which one? Shelf class. Shelf info. There we go. Copy. Is used to full combo box with student info. So here, this function with student info. Okay. So again, select star from students. Now this one, what we have to do is to this is gonna be student name. So now what I want to do is go and see if there is another add method. Combo box items dot add. Okay, so here we are just adding student names. So instead of this full combo box with student names, okay, so this will fill the combo box with student names. Okay, as you can see, I didn't do much of a coding here, just copied and paste a function because the skeleton's already there. I just changed a few tables and a few selected statements, and all should be working fine. Let's go back here. This one is done. Now, as for searching for the student, I will not do this one. The reason is, as you have seen previously, for books I wrote a search function and I didn't use it because I was using the data grid view, and data grid view has not the data grid view. I used a binding source, and binding source allows you to do some search. So the search function we created it's like being useless. Okay, so for this one I will not create one unless we need one. Okay, so I will skip this one. Okay, for testing we created this one, and finally what we have here is what we have to do next is creating the graphical user interface for the students. Okay, so what I have to do now, I'm gonna stop this recording and start it again. Okay. Okay, so now we are gonna continue with this. We need to create the graphical user interface for the staff to view all the students. Now let me go into this one just to make sure. Type information, what do we have? Person, student, type of information. Okay, we have these. We said we talked about these. Let's go to the scenario. We have student account management, and these we already have the function for this. Yeah, there we go. So we have to work on this one. There we go. So yeah, that okay, 51%. We finally skipped half of the development steps for the project. So let's go to the graphical user interface here. This is the main window. No, not this one. Gosh, sorry. Okay, let's go to the client project and set as a startup project here. And let's go to the main window. Okay, so we have the staff members, we have the data entry. Okay, and we will add another tab for students. So here I'm gonna say add tabs, click in the middle and change the title into students. Enter. Okay, no problem with that, I hope. So inside that we will have to put another data grid. I think we need only to put one data grid view, right? Yeah, I believe so. So this is DGV, this is DGV2, this is DGV3, and this is DGV4. And paste that. Data grid view 4. No problem. Okay, so this is gonna be for students. What we need to do is double click on this, and so what do we have here? Open database, no problem. The login. Okay. The administrator should not be able to, yeah, the administrator should not be able to work with the students, I suppose. Yeah. This is gonna be for others employees. Okay, so tab pages 1 and 2 will be removed. Okay, as for this one, the library employee will be able to work on the students and the books. So as for the administration panel or tab, this should be removed, no problem. Next, we will have to fill the data or DGV4 with student info. Now if not, student class dot full DGV. Okay, I notice one naming a problem. DGV4 here, DBMS. Then let's go. What we have to say is MSG box error while displaying student information, followed by critical or okay only, followed by error. There we go. And I'm gonna say and here. As for this, what do we have? This is okay. Sorry. So this one is full DGV, not with shelf information. This is a problem. I will rename it. The function should be with student information. Okay. Because I copied the function, I was using the same old name. Okay. So I just fixed that. So student class dot full data grid view with student info. This is what I just did. The rename function will go to the to the corrector project and modify the variable name. Okay. So I will save this now, and let us test this work. I believe it should be Smith 123 go. No. Okay. Since I forgot the values available, I'll go to the staff and show table data. So what do we have? We have Smith 99 and the password is 123. So this is Smith 99 123 go. What am I doing wrong? Wait. Just wait a second, I didn't read this. Smith 99 123 error while displaying student information. Okay, it was working. The okay. So here, let's go back to this guy. The login was successful. Okay, so I'll press F11 over here. Okay, what do we have? Full 6-star from student. Okay, so this one worked. I think now we're gonna get an error here. No problem. Here, Where's students? Contact. Okay, so this one was triggering an error. So student contact student. Okay, so misspelling. This is what happens when you misspell something. ENT. Okay. There we go. And so let's go to students. So ID. Okay, so we have student identification. I didn't change the header for that. Oh, that's good. Student IDNT. Student identification. Okay. Okay, it's like the passport number, something like that. Let's go. Go students. Okay. So ID, name, identification, year, contact, email. So this one's done. This one's finished. So let's go back here. We finished this guy. Now the staff should be able to add a new student, which means we will need to create a dialog to add another student here. So where would that be? Let's go back here. No, not here. Gosh. So we have add book form, add shell form. Alright. Wait a second. Yeah, it should be something similar to this. So I'm gonna create add and Windows form. Okay, so this should be dialog, and the name will be add student form. Good. Let's go to this one. I'll need to copy some of these styles. Okay. I want it to be the same size, everything's the same, so kind of lazy. There we go. Okay, so this one will be what? The student ID will not be filled by you, it will be auto-generated. Okay, so this is gonna be what? Student name. There we go. And the text box will be okay. Student name. That's good. We have student name. Next one will be what? We will have a student identification. We will need the year, and we will need what? Come on. Okay, there we go. And contact and email. Contact and email. There we go. Come on. Okay, there we go. Done. Okay, so this one, student name. Next one is student identification. Let's go down, down, down. Identification. Okay. This is gonna be year. Okay. So now, for this one, I think it will be much easier if we used combo box here. Okay. So this is gonna be student year, and basically what this is gonna be, wait a second, where's the style? There should be a style. There we go. So the style is a drop-down list. Now let's go back, click on this little thing, edit items. So what you want to do is put the possible years. So this is maybe student 2012, or okay, um, or you could either use the year, or you could say one for, which means the first year, two the second year in college, third year, fourth year. Okay, so maybe only 4 years. Maybe you assign 5 and 6 for, you know, other levels or something like that. Anyway, so now thinking about it, maybe the year itself and some other information is needed. But anyway, for the sake of examples, just put 1 to 4. Okay, so student here, and after student here, what do we have? We have contact, right? So we have student name, student identification, year, contact, and email. So this is gonna be student contact. Okay, this is the name of the text box is student contact, and the last one, hopefully, student email, enter, and this is gonna be student email. There you go. Okay, student email. The text box name cannot contain spaces because it's a variable name. Okay, put this one like that. Okay, and the form, add, I think this is gonna be student. Okay, so this is a form. So basically, wait a second. I remember something here. There is the start center parent. Good, no problem. So for cancel, there is nothing here to be done. For pressing OK, we need to verify all these values. So now this button is used. This method runs when the OK button is used. Okay, that's very obvious, but I'm used to write comments, even the very silly ones. But anyway, okay. So first, perform validation. So if student name dot text dot trim equals nothing, then if you didn't enter a student name MSG box, you should enter a student name followed by information or OK only error. There we go. I think instead of information you just need to, I'll put critical. Okay, I'll put critical here, and student name dot focus followed by exit sub. Okay, next one. If student okay, I forgot the text box 1 dot text dot trim equals nothing, then now what's text 1? It's the identification field, which I forgot to rename. This is the identification. You can see the name is text box 1, so I will modify this into IDNT. There we go. Let's go back to our code, and it just corrected it. Okay, so if this one is empty, we will have something similar. Control C, Control V. You should enter an identification number for the student, for example passport number or something like that, and ident.focus and exit sub. Nice. Next one, let's go back and work with the year. if student year dot text is nothing, you should select the year for the student. Okay, and next student year dot focus. And what do we have? We have last two. We have the contact and the email. So this is one for the contact and one for the email. So student contact, student email. Okay, you should enter contact information for student, contact information for student. Okay, and student contact, there we go. And you should enter an email for student, there we go. Student email. Okay, so if all is fine, what we need to do next is to create the object. Okay, so create the student object and fill it, so dimension student obj as new student library management system dot student class. Okay, so this creates the object. Now we need to fill it. So student obj dot set student name. This is gonna be student name dot text dot trimming for removing spaces. Student year dot set gosh, what did I do? Student obj dot set student identification, and it's gonna be ident dot text dot trim. Student obj dot set the year. This is gonna be student year dot text. I need for dot trim. Student obj dot set contact. Student contact dot text dot trim, and student obj dot set what do we have? We have the email, student email dot text dot trim. Okay, so we did here, we just got all this information. Now all is ready. What we need to do is perform the insertion. So if not student obj dot insert into db, is gonna be what main I think it's dbms, right? Main window dot dbms, there we go. We will use the same database connection, and this is going to be true. Then, so if there's any kind of error, msg box enable of adding student, or let's say error while adding student, and this is going to be critical or okay only, and this is going to be error, and exit sub. Otherwise, if all goes well, we will get okay. We will save this here, and let's go to our, where's that? This is our main window. So we have the book here. We will click and say student, okay, and we will say add a new student, add a new student. Okay, so we're gonna double click this one, used to add new student. So what we have to do is dimension uh, when, okay, as a new add student form. So if when dot show dialog equals okay, then all I need to do is refill uh, the student graphical user interface. So basically, which one is that? Okay, let's go back. Shell. Okay, I think I put the function call here, right? There we go. Okay. If inserting this insert the student, okay, now if the insert process is successful, then what we have to do, if the insert process is successful, then just display the info again, no problem. I will save this. This should be it. Let me check something here. What's this one called? This is called student tool strip menu item. Double click here. Where's the admin? We have student tool strip menu item dot visible equal false. Why? Because we don't want the administrator to access the student menu. I will save this and I will run. Okay, so now this is gonna be Smith 99 123 and go to students. There's none. There are none. Okay, so student name. So okay, so this is gonna be Michael. Identification. Okay, so the tab order is wrong, as you can see. I will fix that in a second. Student identification 99, for example. The year, he's a first year student. Student contact, UK. Well, that makes no sense. Anyway, so here you put the address, and this is the email, or whatever, a@hotmail.com, for example, and press OK, and you get the information. So it's working perfectly well. I'm gonna close this. Let me just fix this for in a second. The tab order here, tab index, this is going to be 0. Next one, this is going to be 1. This is going to be what? Tab index. This is going to be 2. This is going to be 3. And this is going to be 4, and I will click here. Now check what am I clicking. Okay, so where's that? Tab index 5, and now this one is tab index 6. Next one is tab index 7. Okay, so just pay attention. You must give the box that surrounds these two buttons a tab index. Okay, now I will run this, and this is gonna be Smith 99123. Go to add a new student. So I'll use the tab. I think you can see now that it's working perfectly fine. The order is, the order. So Todd, second year contact, the land of Lul at gmail.com, for example. Enter. There we go. So yeah, so this is how we do it. I'm gonna close this. I will save this one. And I suppose that Okay, so one of the things that we need to do next is modifying the student and removing the student. I will not do this now. I will do this in the next tutorial, and uh, the tutorial after that we will start working with the web user interface, and things will get a little bit different in there. Okay, but I think you'll find it very interesting. Okay, so that will be all for today. So thank you for watching this tutorial. If you want to download the source code, it will be available on the website. Just check the link in the description. If you have any questions, send them to notes@mksoft.com. If I don't answer right away, it's basically because I check the emails every once in a while. Basically, almost every week, I assign a number of hours just to check all the emails, and yeah, because if I check it every day, it will be a little bit, you know, I don't have enough time, I'm afraid. Okay, so if you have any suggestion, any question, let me know about them, and thank you for watching.